Okay, so I got your question, and what she's essentially asking me in this question is, how do I not allow people to disrespect me or walk all over me? How do I not tolerate negative energy, even when it comes from people, family, or your boyfriend? So I told her I would answer this question, and I asked her, do you want an in depth answer, or do you want a just simple yes or no? And I'll post her question, but this is advice for anybody who wants to take this advice, but specifically, here's my answer. Right off the top of the head, I didn't write this. So basically, I'm just going to freestyle. So, how do I not tolerate like negative energy? It's because it's not of me. It's not of me. It's not in me. It's not of my character. It's not of my principles. It's not of my morals. It's not of my values. Like, I transmute negative energy. That's what I know. I know how to do. Is like, I know how to take negative energy and return it back to sender. However, I'm aware of my shadow, and my shadow loves myself. So if you love yourself deep down inside, like if you spend enough time alone, if you spend enough time by yourself, if you spend enough time paying attention to yourself, you will come to find that when you become your own best friend, you don't rely upon other people. Maybe you go out in nature and you rely upon the trees, the ocean, the air, spirit, like I do. I come to find that my reflection is wonderful and beautiful. So when I spend enough time by myself, quality time, I realize like who I really am. And so when I see other people project onto me their shadow work that they haven't done, I know not to take it on as my own. I know how to separate myself. I know how to detach myself. I know how to not get attached to negative energy, and I had to learn that through trial and error. And also, let's say, even when it comes from people, strangers, I have to transmute that. I have to basically turn that negative into a positive and release it, and or I have to basically not take it in, don't ingest it, let some things pass. Know what is for you and what is not for you, because what is for you serves you, doesn't deserve you, so sometimes people try to steal your joy, is what you're trying to say. Like, yes, you have to know people are deceptive and people try to steal your joy. People don't only just steal things, they steal joy, so that people steal peace. So yeah, you have to be aware and woke of all these like high vibrational knowledgeable things to even catch it, to be even 5 steps ahead before you see it. You have to be aware of all this. So basically you have to learn. So when it comes from a family member, even if it's family, you love family from afar, but you guys all need healthy boundaries. Just like with strangers, you need healthy boundaries. Just like with your boyfriend, you need healthy boundaries. There's a book called Boundaries. I'll teach you about boundaries, but boundaries are very important. That means you only know to go to a certain limit. You have a certain threshold. You have a certain tolerance. And you just don't. That you're protecting your emotions, basically. So you just set healthy boundaries. That's what boundaries are. Is like you're protecting your emotions. You know that you're only going to go to a certain limit, and if it goes past that, you're out of there. It's just tolerance. Like, you don't tolerate certain things. You detach. You leave. You don't go for it. You stand your ground. You have a backbone. Stuff like that. You just don't put up with it. You stand your ground. You speak up, and you know your rights. Like, you're supposed to be treated with love. Period. Point blank. If you're treated with anything less than that, then you already know it's not what's meant for you. And vice versa. You're supposed to treat people with love too. So, like I said, I set boundaries with people. I don't tolerate narcissistic behaviors. I don't tolerate none of that. Sometimes I might, play a role and like have fun with it just for entertainment. But like honestly, I'm not a narcissistic person. I'm an empath. So I feel people deeply. So even when you're an empath and you know you're sympathetic and empathetic, you can't let people take advantage of you or walk all over you. So you have to really be strict about your boundaries and like know your mission on this earth, which is like you're different, you're special, you're set apart. So you're not going to get along with a lot of people, a lot of toxic people, you know, and a lot of people are on their journey growing at their own pace. So you have to be aware of that too. Is like other people are not as awoken as you are, not as spiritually awoken as you are, not yet spiritually advanced like you know, like you just gotta vibe to your own tribe and who you resonate with at the time. And sometimes that means like setting boundaries and just, you know, taking your own time away from people, like, you know, only giving people the time of day when it's serving you and you're serving each other in a positive manner, you know. You know, it's just all about your principles, your values, your morals, your manners, you know, like what you want to put up with. Like if you're grown enough to not live with family, you have your own place, then great. That's a place of peace. You know, you should have your own place, a place of peace. You know, you should have your own incomes that provide peace or a place of peace. You should have a healthy relationship that provides you peace of mind. You know, so like I said, it's kind of like avoiding a lot of BS, but also important to just focus on taking the high road and like focusing on what matters, which is you, like your self-care, your self-love, your shadow work, your spiritual awakenings, your dark nights of the soul, you know, research, studying yourself, you know, focusing on yourself, more so staying in your body, not getting outside of yourself, like not paying too much attention to other people, just keep investing in yourself. And like little do you know, you're going to see a change within yourself, and then you're going to be real attracted to yourself. You know, you're going to attract a lot of bees to honey because look, you're investing a lot in yourself. So that's what it is. It's just more so separating yourself from people that you don't relate to, that you don't resonate with, that you don't really care about or like, you know, and going towards what you really care about. And then also going places that appreciate you, that show appreciation to you. Only go places where you're celebrated. Notice the vibrations, notice the frequencies, notice how you feel. Pay attention to yourself, you know, and how you think. Hear your inner voice, you know, and just develop, honestly, develop over time. This is like not easy. This happens like overnight. Every night, like you're gonna wake up feeling different every night, but you really do got to get alone. Like I live alone, like I've lived alone for like a while. I've been alone for a long time. Like I have interdependence, like I'm very interdependent, meaning I